Hello again, I'm back with a new book. This is a design team project for ARTYmaze, and I've used two different kits this time. I've used the Eco Dyed kit and I've used the Ferns and Mushroom kit. So they've ended up, the colours just have gone together really well. So of course it's ended up very botanical theme with colours and whatnot. So I will just get started. Hopefully the lighting will be okay. The weather's very changeable here at the moment, so but I think it should be okay. So I've used an old book which I gutted. I was going to use the cover, but it wasn't as nice a colour as I thought once I started adding things, so I've ended up covering that in fabric, which worked out really well in the end because the purple is tied in with other colours in the book, so that's perfect. This is just a wee chiffon closure. Every time I think I've finally finished with a scarf, I find another wee bit, but I think this is definitely all that's left of that one. So so on the front cover, like I say, I covered the original book in a fabric, and then I've used the doilies as a spine. So there's two doilies, and in between the doilies we have some tweed, which is green and purple, so it's worked really well together. And I've stitched in some faux pearls and some seed beads buttons. This is lovely. This is a brooch I got in the charity shop, and it's enamelled. The two wee leaves are enamel, so I thought that was a really nice centrepiece for the front. So yeah, and again I've used this lovely soft netting as well as a layer. I really like that. So it's got 4 signatures, and each of the threads I've added these lovely glass beads in purples and greens to tie it all together. Just check I'm in frame. So inside we have a wee doily in the front and the back, with a little pocket made from some vintage tablecloth. I've got some wee bits in here. I have used Tracy Fox's labels throughout this book as well, because the botanical ones just fitted really well. I've used some number ones, but some of the botanical ones as well have fitted really well. Excuse me. I've used some piano paper to strengthen the old book pages, because the book pages are colour on one side and black and white on the other. So on the black and white side I've tried to do a little bit of something to make it a little bit more interesting. So this is the first page of the kit, which I've used the Eco Dye on the other side. So instead of, normally I would tea dye this side, but what I've done is I've used the Eco Dye pages, and they've worked really well. I'm really happy how they turned out. So we've got a wee glassine bag with a tuck here, and a little layered tag. This is part of some collaging I was doing. I've just turned it into a wee tag, so there's like an old letter inside the layers of tissue paper, and I think this was a glassine bag. So I quite like how that turned out. And we've got a few layers and some more seed beads and things as well. This is a vintage ledger page from 1922. And I've used some napkin as decoupage throughout as well. I keep thinking again that I've run out of these napkins, which are my favourite, and I found 6 at the bottom of the box of my napkins, so I'm absolutely delighted to find a few more of them. We've got another page here. So again, I've fussy cut these out of vintage books and use them throughout, and there's some stamping here. I've gessoed pretty much everything, and I've also used some Tim Holtz, it's the distress crayons, to sort of, I like sort of trying to give it a look like you've obviously almost been sketching into the book, so I quite like how they help do that. I've also put this vintage gardening pages in, and I've done the same thing again with the music paper on each of these pages. Each page has a sort of the negative part of some die cuts, because I used this lovely paper for another book I was doing, and I used all the actual flowers. I loved having the negative because it's such nice paper. It worked out really well here, and then I've decoupaged on top, which gives a really nice effect because it goes into the dye, You have to be really careful when you're doing it, but if you just gently push the napkin into your space, it actually works out really well. I'm really happy how that turned out, which was a bit of a risk because the book was already together when I started doing that, but it did work really well. So we've got a big tag here, which is again eco-dyed paper, and this is a page from the Ferns kit as a background page, and it's really nice. I've just made a wee tag that sits in the back of that, and that just sits in like a bookmark. I've also used some Tim Holtz washi tape, and on the edge of this page we've got a little bead, and this is some vintage lace. I can't remember what that lace is called. I know it's got a fancy name, but I can't remember what it is, and I've hand stitched these together and then they're glued to the page. I saw this, I have no idea who it was, I'm really sorry, but somebody mentioned this book on I think it was Junk Journal chat group, and I got myself a copy of it, and it's lovely. The pages are all just pages of butterflies, so each of the signature centres is this page. So I have tea dyed it, and I've used a wee bit of gesso because it is a wee bit of a glossy page, but it worked out really nice. It does have a lovely feel to it. So we've got our first little envelope. I haven't actually got anything in the envelopes at the moment, but I will pop something in before I send this book out. So each of the envelopes has just got a wee design on the back. So again, I've used the cat out, and I've just used this as a decoration on the page. I just really like it. Excuse me. A bit dangerous to cough anywhere at the moment, but it is just a tickle. So again, I've used the eco-dyed page, and this is more of the vintage music paper. I was going to stick this in as a pocket and have something in it like that, but it's just such a lovely envelope. I ended up leaving it as a floating pocket and just put a wee, oh, I haven't done, I must fix that, put a wee tie in there. But I like the fact, the way it was, because it's such a, the colour's perfect for this kit, but it's such a lovely envelope. I ended up just putting it in as a wee floating pocket instead. So I've done little splashes of pink and purple because of the covers. And I got this lovely sari material, and I've just used it as wee tip-ins. Again, just a wee ruff here with a little bead. And I've made a tag here with various papers from the kit. Oops. Put that in after. And again, I've used these stickers. I've got another wee pocket here, so there's a wee pocket at the front. That's a little tag from one of ARTYmaze ephemera kits. I think that's the only one I've ended up using. And then this is from the kit as well, which was so nice. There was nothing I needed to do to, wanted to do to it. So I've just popped that in. I just backed it on some tea stain paper. A wee collage here. And again, that lovely butterfly paper in the centre. And a wee thistle from Scotland. So here's where the purple starts coming in to some of these pages, which I really liked, and it tied in with the sort of pinks that's coming through it. So another vintage envelope here, which I've just decorated, and this is an original piece of ephemera. I think it's about waterproof coats, yeah, inquiring whether they had any waterproof coats for Saturday. And that's from 1946. And again, the colours just went so well. I'll pop that in here. Again, I've used some more of is it Battenberg lace? That's what it's called, isn't it? That I've used there. And a wee purple bead on that one. I love the daffodil. And I've got another tag here using the layers. And again, lots of room for journaling. I like to leave lots of room for space for journaling in my books. This is a really nice bead. It's glass. And it's got wee flowers on it. Oh, perfect. Try not to talk too loudly because I've got two of my cats behind me sleeping. And if I get too noisy, then they'll be up to investigate what I'm doing. So you can see the colours of these two kits. I thought just ended up working really well together. Daisy. I love daisies, are my favourite. And another one of these nice tip-ins. Again, the gold went, even though I went for silver with all of the embellishments, I really like how the gold went with the Eco Die pages. Wee bumblebee. I've got another wee envelope here again. I'll pop something in that after. This one came out very yellow. I don't know if it was the settings on my printer or not, but I really like it. But it's quite a bright yellow. But I've used I think it's fossilized amber or something. One of the Tim Holtz distress inks. See, this is. I was trying to be quiet. Go on. So yeah, that yellow tied in, I thought nice with the Eco Dyed pages. I've got another wee decoration here. And I did a big tag using the Eco Dyed pages here. And there's little bits from the kit here. And I've got another big tag here. Pages there. We've got the same pocket that's the same as the front with another wee. It's a really nice faceted bead, so it's really nice. Some bits in the back there. So there's quite a lot of the neck comes through in the back, and I just love the way that's coming down there. But there we go. So this is my third attempt at a video, so I'm not sure if I said, but this is a custom order. But if anything changes, obviously it'll just go in my shop. But so this one's not for sale in my shop yet, but I am making another one on a smaller scale that will be going in my shop. Hopefully I'll have that done in the next couple of days. So if anybody's interested, keep an eye out for that. But so there we go. Thank you very much for watching.